and it worked.
Did you get grease everywhere?
Right.
Now, like the small little cookie pans that you could cook like a deep dish pizza in, but it's a small deep dish. I cooked the turkey in that, and like I was taking pictures of it. My mom was like, "Oh my god, it looks beautiful," and I'm like, by the time I got done cooking, I was just like, "Fuck this!" and just drank a beer and sat down. I was like, "I don't even want to eat. I'm not hungry. Fuck today."
We're supposed to be drinking while you're cooking on Thanksgiving.
I'm like, it's my day off. I cook 5 to 6 days a week. What am I doing on my day off? Cooking. I told my sister, I said, fuck them dishes.
Did your mom appreciate it at least when she came home to some hot turkey?
Yeah, she was like, wow, it was amazing. Like, she said it wasn't as great as last year's turkey. That turkey is like number one on her all-time list. She said, but if that turkey didn't exist, this would be the best turkey you ever made. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll take that. But then she saw like my slippers.
About your Christmas presents, bro.
Bro,
if it wasn't for that macaroni ring you made me last year, this handprint would have been the best Christmas present I ever got.
That's how I was like, you know what? That was an insult, and fuck you. I Ubered you from the airport. You have the audacity. I'm almost running late for my show. Like, how dare you, Mom? Shout out to you, Mom. But yeah, she literally was like, she saw my slippers and was like, what the fuck are those?
And it doesn't make a sound?
Say it again.
If you're late to your own show, does it make a sound?
Probably not. Like, if you can't find the intro because somebody deleted it off the computer, did your intro ever happen?
No.
Is the blue flash drive there? Because I ain't seen it.
What? Bro, don't be an asshole. We know both the blue and the green and the silver flash drive exist because there's pictures of it on our IG at TDs_tangents. And you probably have it and you probably lost it. But
I don't have it. I left it there like a month ago. I have the green one.
Okay, we're not playing this game right now.
I'll buy you guys a new flash drive.
It's what's on the flash drive that counts.
Oh.
But yeah, my mom like,
You already talked about Matt Patricia?
Oh no, I was waiting to get to that. But the funny thing is, my mom got out the Uber, looked at my feet because I was wearing my slippers, and she said, I literally just took a long ass flight through probably a COVID-infested airport, and I just have one question for you. What the fuck are those? This is better than me getting Crocs.
Our kindled Taurus souls.
Yeah, because you're both Tauruses, so you're shitty people. Cooked her a dinner, everything. Got her home safely from the airport. She said, "Man, I'm about to get back on the plane. What the fuck are you wearing? Get them bum ass moccasins out of my face." She said, "You really went to the Nordstrom rack and thought this was a good idea. Can you get your money back still?"
That's hilarious.
The pain I go through, like, it's better if I have to deal with shitty shit at work. And then my mom just goes, "Seriously, like, I'm mad at your sister for telling you those aren't appealing shoes to even look at." She said, like, do you need money? Are you okay?
That's why you got to get the Crocs, because they're ugly, but everyone knows they're expensive.
And, like, they're only $30 at that store. Like, that's what is upsetting me. Like, I should have just got the fucking camouflage Crocs. Like, it wouldn't have been as bad as, like, I got roasted, and I was just like, oh, so I'm going to go to therapy for this in, like, 5 years? Thanks, Mom. I really fuck with those. I don't even wear them now around the house. Mostly because, you can't wear shoes inside of a black woman's house. Doesn't work. She'll turn into Roddy Rich very fast.
So speaking of things that we regret, the Matt Patricia era is officially over.
Remember when I told you, hey, why would they hire him when, their last coach was actually had the Lions the most stable and competitive for the playoffs probably in the team's history. Probably the most successful 3-year run for the Lions ever. What'd you say?
But he couldn't get them into the second round, the playoffs.
And now they... Have you even seen Jeffrey Okudah play this year?
Well, the other thing is, like, yeah, I heard he's been sorry.
Interesting. He's trash, but he was the 3rd overall pick. Everybody said he was a lockdown corner. Is Ohio State going to take an L for some of the bust DBs they've been getting lately?
Yes.
Because old boy out of Houston, Conley.
The funny part is, though, like, I feel like still this team is playing better than, like, they have in years past. Like, I still felt like they were improving. Like, I thought they were better this year than last year.
But they've been trash every year he's played, and they're his players. So
They got a good amount of talent there, too. So
all I'm saying is, like, they were improving. So, again, it's like, as soon as they smell, like, a sniff of, like, stability, it's like, oh, no, let's fuck this up. Even though it's already fucked up.
Wait, progress? Fuck that. Stabs themselves in the knee. Like,
so they pretty much just wasted Matt Stafford's whole entire career.
Like his entire life. His entire life. If he would have known what he would have known, he'd have said, I whooped Hawaii's ass in this bowl game. Let me go back to college for my senior year.
I mean, the thing is, though, he came out first overall and had the possibility to do something great in Detroit, especially with Megatron over there.
How'd that work?
I mean, he threw for 5,000 yards in Detroit, like
multiple times.
So, like, I don't want to shit on Stafford completely, but yeah, I mean, he's had injuries.
And they
he almost died last year.
He plays with those Minnesota and Chicago defenses, which Detroit still can't even figure out any sort of identity other than, hey, we might have one great skill player every decade, and that's about it.
And the line will be decent, but it'll never be elite. And there's like our defense will be trash, but it'll be good some weeks. Like I don't understand.
If Matt Stafford had a solid running game and
which he
decent
does,
receivers, he would do a lot better.
But the problem is their defense is trash.
They've been hurt. I mean, Galladay's been hurt this year, but
Marvin Williams,
and then they have someone else too there.
I think he started.
T.J. Hawkinson is a pretty good tight end. Swift is a good running back. Adrian Peterson, I think, leads the team in rushing touchdowns, which is surprising because he'd be going off.
Yeah, but just to get him down to the 1 yard line.
That Houston game was ridiculous, though. They got their ass beat.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to my quarterback there.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. I can't have Huh?
I mean, if Swift doesn't drop that touchdown week 1, they're 5-6.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure they had another close game that they fucked up, so they could easily be 500. Like, they're not the fucking Jets. Like,
no,
the Jets are
100.
The Jets are 2020.
Yes.
If the Jets were a vaccine, they'd kill COVID. That's how bad they are.
I just think that they're trying to build this New England fucking Midwest shit, and like
all his descendants are terrible.
And then they're just like, nah. Like, it's a process, man. Like, especially when you're building from nothing in Detroit. Like,
they didn't build from nothing. They had a playoff team when they fired Jim Caldwell. They were literally in the playoff hunt every year he was there, except for 1 year. And I think they were 7-9. Like, the cupboard wasn't bare. They literally tore the whole team up and then did.
But when Sue left, that was it for that team. When Sue left and Fairley.
They did Calvin dirty, though. They did Calvin dirty, and then Sue left, and then Fairley left.
And that was it. That was their team. That's what I'm saying. So after that, it was pretty much just Stafford and Slay.
And then they pushed Slay out.
Which we knew they were both great players, but we also knew they were great players on bad teams, and that they that was it. Like, they could just be that. Like,
Do you think Darius Slay would
that's pretty much what they'll go down in history as.
would like to be back on the Detroit Lions this year and then play for the Philadelphia Eagles?
No, because at least the Eagles are still probably going to win the NFC East through some dumbassery.
Who leads the East right now?
I think the Washington football team.
This could be a Washington year, honestly.
Yeah.
These are the years Washington wins is when the other three teams are shitty and they just scrap up enough of a running game and a fucking pass rush. And guess what? That's enough to go 8-8 and win the division.
Substandard quarterback play. Because, I mean, Jason Campbell, when they had Clinton Portis, they made the playoffs, I think, his first year in Washington, Clinton Portis. And then the RG3 year, we saw how that ended up.
Oh, how did he do the other day?
Forgetting loose on that fucking second play in the JV game.
Yeah, he definitely got loose. And then, yeah, but
he's kind of but he's kind of thick now.
What did you just say?
Like,
who?
Looking like Dante Culpepper out there, bro. He used to be scrawny. What happened is
Who used to be scrawny?
RG3.
I mean, he got a new wife. He's been
in the league for quite a few years. He's been in the league longer than Andrew Luck.
That hurts. Can we just be honest? A lot of great talent has been squandered because teams couldn't get an offensive line together.
I'm not saying anything against Andrew Luck. He just almost died.
Painkillers.
Yeah, he almost died. RG3. Haloti Ngata is to blame for RG3. Let's be honest. Haloti Ngata's 350-pound, ridiculous athletic self. Like, RG3's legs snapped around his entire body like a fucking hot paper clip.
You mean the Samoan Saragosa?
Yeah. Like, the fact that Haloti Ngata, I was watching a mixtape of all his career interceptions, which is a lot.
Wait.
Bro, when I go deep, like, I was just watching, like, random athletic Polynesian shit. Like, sometimes I'll just watch random, like, feats of athleticism by fat boys. Just because sometimes I'm like...
What is on your search history right now, man?
Whoa.
Or his recommended.
Everyone relax. Everyone relax. Sometimes when, like...
The new Tyler show, Fat and Fluffy.
Hey, like, can we just become an LLC and market that? Because I'll rock the shirt, bro. We'll find the designers. I'll rock the shirt. Fat and Fluffy.
We'll probably get sued by Gabriel Iglesias.
I mean, Fat and Fupa?
He lives in LA. He was Fat and Fupa. No, we can't do that.
We'll make it a restaurant. I'll just cook, make sandwiches and shit, and Eric will be our server. We'll just turn it into a full-fledged restaurant/radio show.
I'll be disgruntled, man. I'll be like, what the fuck you want?
Smoke cigarettes. Fuck it.
What do you want, Han?
You don't smoke cigarettes. You'll just have a fucking pack of Newports.
We're going to be at the Waffle House, man.
We'll just We'll save up and get a food truck and just become like a mobile podcast that is also a food truck. This is $1 billion idea. We should definitely think about getting LLC. We got to talk once we get off the air, because this is actually a really good fucking idea. Hey, we'll come talk shit to you about sports and then feed you. Let the record state that, like, I came up with this idea on the air so no one can steal it. No one outside of the four of us can steal this idea. Cool. But
it's out there in the world right now.
No, once we say it, like, you can't steal it.
Trademark.
And how do you know I didn't trademark and copyright all this shit before I came on the air? I keep yeah. It's in a ghost file in the rundown. It's a really small file. If you click on it, it'll just be the blueprints for, like, podcasting and pancakes.
Podcasting and pancakes. Wow.
Why does this entire podcast involve around food?
Speaking of other shit that doesn't make any sense, how the fuck did the Houston Texans have 2 players suspended for violating the prohibited substance list, and they're still trash?
No, like, how were they actually, like, Will Fuller was putting up Pro Bowl numbers, and Brandon Cooks has, like, 730 receiving yards. So he's close to 1,000 too. Like, what the fuck?
Well, he lost all his receivers. Randall Cobb is on injured reserve.
But he was trash.
I mean, either he was